Hey, this is Corey from Woodcraft, and today I'm going to be talking about knife maintenance. Now this knife was pretty nasty, but I'm going to show you how to get that rust and grime and junk off your blade and getting it looking shiny new again. So stay tuned. Alright, so as you can see, this knife is pretty nasty. And this side is shiny and already taken care of. So I'm going to show you how to get this side to look just like this side. Right? And so, first thing I grab is a Japanese rubber eraser. Now these come in coarse and then fine. But I'm going to save the fine and I'm going to start with the coarse. And I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to erase all that gunk and rust and everything right off of there. And when I first got these, I got them on Amazon. So I don't know if you can pick up that clean spot right there. It's just crazy how well this works. So you can see it's already shining it up. And when I first got these, everything was in Japanese, and I couldn't read it, and I didn't know what it said, so I just used it as an eraser. I just took it out of the package and started doing exactly what you see here. And later, on Amazon, they put an English instructions onto it. And I guess you're supposed to soak these in water for 15 minutes when you first get them. Now, I've never done that because I didn't know you were supposed to do that. And this works so well without doing that I just never put them in water. I keep them dry. And they work so well. You can see now all that gunk is pretty much gone. And it's so easy to just scrub it off. And do the spine here. And so with the coarse eraser, I was able to get most of that stuff off of there. And it was nasty. There was rust and junk. I was able to get most of it off with this. And now, like I said, the website now on Amazon, it says to soak it for 15 minutes. I've never done that. I just use it dry. And you can see it works really, really well. And then I go to the fine. And whatever the coarse missed, I go over with the fine, and the fine will just polish it up a little bit more. So I just keep, it's just like a regular eraser, like you would use with a pencil. And you just erase all the imperfections right off your blade. Of course, being careful for your edge. And now, yeah, it's looking good. Now I focus heavily on the side. I don't focus on the grind as much. I still clean it up and get all the imperfections and stuff off of it. But I don't worry too much about it, because once I have it clean and everything is looking good like it is right now, you can see that didn't take long. to get that nasty blade back to a shine. But now what I will do is I'll grab my Falkneven DC4 sharpening stone and I will sharpen this blade to get it back to super sharp. And then I will also strop it, and so that between sharpening and stropping, it's going to polish up that grind really nice. And so I don't focus on it too much when I'm using my rust erasers, you know, because it's going to come off between sharpening and stropping anyway. So as you can see, it doesn't take much. If you have the right tools, you can get your knives looking really nice with not that much work. Alright, so as you can see, with just these rust erasers, I was able to get a nice shine on this knife and get all those imperfections and all that nasty stuff off of that blade. And so what I did is I just recently did a Mora vs. Mora video where I compared this to the Mora Bushcraft Black. And if you go back, you can find that. But it was rainy and everything was really wet, and so the knife got wet. And so what I did was, instead of cleaning it right when I got home and drying it all off and everything, I just left it in its sheath and I just let it do whatever it needed to do, and then it got nasty and everything. And the reason I did that is, one, to make this video, but I used to do it before because it allows me to practice, right? This is a $15 to $20 knife, and so if I screw this up, I can afford a new one, right? If something like that were to happen on my $100 or $200 knives, I'd be devastated. But because I've been practicing with this cheaper knife, I'm confident that if something accidentally happens to those knives, I have the skill set and the confidence that I can fix whatever happens to those knives. And so it's important to maintain your knife, but it's also a good idea to take one of your cheaper knives and use it for practice, right? Purposely screw it up and don't maintain it so that it can get bad, so that if something accidentally happens to your higher end knives, you know how to fix it. You know what you need to do, and it just makes your confidence a lot higher. And so that when you want to use your higher end knives, you know that if something were to happen to them, you can take care of them, and it gets you using them a lot more. So with that being said, make sure to leave your knowledge and your questions in that comment section. What kind of knife maintenance tools do you use? And more importantly, what oils do you use? What do you use to coat your blade to prevent it from rusting and getting all nasty in the first place? Then make sure to like and share this video to help spread that knowledge to the people we care about most. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. I have a new video every Sunday and Thursday, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say on the next one. Thanks, guys.